Hi guys, this is Kamlesh from PluginIndia. As some of you know, I do own the Ola S1 Pro electric scooter. I've done around 4,000 kilometers on it in 1 year, exactly 1 year. Yeah, last May I got it. Yeah, I don't ride much, but whenever I do, I love it. It's just a joy machine, and put on music, and music is my thing, and it's just great fun. I want to talk about the front fork upgrade that happened today. So the Ola Electric team sent engineers from the Pune service center to change the front fork. I was the third owner to get the shocker changed in Pune. So thanks to Ola Electric team for doing this. I thought I would share the experience with you guys and also give you my thoughts on the process and also on Bhavish recent blog. So let's get into this. So after getting a call from someone in Ola Electric, the engineers arrived at my home location and they started the process of replacing the fork. And I felt that the entire process was very simple and it hardly took around 30 minutes time. So I'll just go over the process. So first, basically, what they did was the service engineers used some Bosch tools to remove the external bolts. And once that was done, they used this scooter lifting contraption to get the front wheel off the ground. The next step was to remove the disc brakes and finally remove the old fork. The old fork had accumulated a lot of dust, so they used some WD-40 rust remover spray to make things easy. At this point, I could see the new shiny fork in their box and asked them to open it, and they definitely were some improvements in the design. So from my observation and what I could learn from the service guys, the changes can be noticed in the overall geometry. They've added some internal and external ribs. The material appears to be sturdy and stronger. Also, the service guys did say that it's slightly heavier. It offers a more stable ride, so that's what they say. And Ola Electric also did say that the new fork is designed to absorb most impact loads under worse conditions. So with my few minutes of testing, there definitely seemed an improvement in the way the scooter handled speed breakers. Another thing I noticed was there was this enclosure that protects the bottom from dust. That was not there earlier, so that's an improvement. Finally, I saw a locking mechanism that was not available earlier. So apparently this strengthens the attachment even further. So yeah, overall very good improvements on this new fork, and finally they added the new fork, and then they added the disc brake, and then it was all ready. Very easy process, and since the engineers were at my home, I also asked them to add some WD spray to the rear shock. There were some minor sounds coming from the rear, and that was solved immediately. Overall, I felt the job was done very professionally. It was done at home, and I didn't have to go anywhere. So the future of vehicle servicing, fantastic. I appreciate the efforts and thank them. This front fork braking issue was a serious one, and there was no way the company could ignore this. They could have easily said, hey, this is an issue. There are few accident cases. Why should we offer you a free upgrade? They could have gone with that kind of attitude, but they didn't. They accepted that there was a lot of criticism from the community, and they remedied this. And ultimately, it's good for the peace of mind of all EV owners. So fantastic. I appreciate the management of Ola Electric for doing this. So also great job by the Ola community. The change.org petition has done its job. Well done. This is a real example of the power of the community. So fantastic. Finally, let's go through Bhavish's recent blog. I will give you my thoughts on certain points that caught my attention, and even you guys can write your comments below. Okay. So this blog, so it says "Are engineering facts busting myths and narratives," and you have a photo of the Ola Electric spinning, kicking up dust, looking badass. Anyway, so yeah, what he says is, Bhavish says is that they're disrupting how vehicles are serviced, how vehicles are manufactured. So this is a true disruption that Ola is doing. They're shipping scooters to all over India, all that stuff. Yeah, so that's fantastic. This is interesting. We make more than 50% of the value of our products in house. So that's I wonder what kind of components are made in house. So I think the motor, if you look at the video of the factory visit, I think the motor and the motor controller all is a single unit that is procured from somewhere, and the battery pack is of course made in house, and They have different vendors for suspension, for front forks, So yeah, 50% is great, and they should definitely up this number uh, because they can have more control over parts and more control over services. So that's great, and a direct relationship with customers. This is something new. Once you buy a vehicle from companies, you hardly hear from them. There's nothing, right? What I like about Ola Electric is that you have there's emails coming from them, there are community events happening, there's some WhatsApp messages coming saying that, hey, you need to go to your service center, or you need to get a new insurance. I like that. So for me, dealing with dealers is a big pain. I have seen how ICE company dealers are. I owned a Mahindra electric car, and it was nightmare just to go to the dealers, because the dealers there are only interested in selling ICE vehicles. So for them, EV servicing hardly earns them money unless there's a major part that they can price gouge the customers. So yeah, this is great. I like this direct relationship thing. I don't have to rely on some third party dealer guy who's only interested in sales, not interested in service. So that's fantastic. This will be hard for detractors to live with, I guess. Throwing mud at us, of course, that's been happening since the start. There definitely seems to be a concerted campaign against Ola Electric by the media. I don't know who's behind this, maybe the ICE manufacturers or the oil industry, I don't know. But I have never seen such kind of relentless articles on any single issue from the media, and all reporting the same issue. So, very well executed campaign. Applause for the media. Clap, clap, clap. We've never seen such coordination when there are issues with the ICE car. For example, the Mahindra XUV 700 car had so many issues after production. Did we ever see such amazing journalism from the auto media? I never saw it. So yeah, definitely there's mudslinging happening. I agree with Bhavish here. So in response to all the mudslinging, I think Bhavish ultimately realized it's better to talk about the technical details. This is something we've been asking Bhavish from and his team for a long time. So why look at Ather? They share a lot of technical podcasts on how the battery is built, how the BMS is built. I don't see anything something like that from the Ola Electric. So that's something they need. Definitely Ola Electric needs to improve. Have a podcast with your internal team. Come on the PluginIndia podcast. Take technical questions from the community. So there's a lot of things the Ola Electric team can do. We have suggested this to them, but they don't get back to us. So that's what it is. So hopefully this blog is a start. But yeah, so let's see what he says in this blog. So engineering behind this one, safety testing and stuff. Friend folk issue, he's going to talk about that. Misleading campaign. Yeah, I think Bhavish is really pissed with the Mint article that came out recently. So what process Ola follows an upgrade? Okay, so also he talks about the recall. Why this is not a recall? So at ergo, right? So I know many people who think that Ola is just importing scooters from Europe and selling it here, even now. So it's unfortunate. That's the way the media has portrayed Ola as just another importer, but that's not the case. They have a very fantastic factory. You guys, if you're new to the channel, you should check out our factory visit to Ola, where Tulji explains in detail the manufacturing process of the Ola S1 Pro. It's world class, and it's making in India. So apparently they've tested the vehicle for more than 4 million kilometers, 736 scooters, great, 500 engineers. They've tested it in deserts, they've tested it in snow places, in muddy water, everything. So pretty cool. I know Ola released a video here that shows what they're doing, but I think they should definitely release more videos like what Tesla does. Tesla releases videos whenever they go to do some cold weather testing, or they recently went to Dubai. They released a video on when they tested Tesla on the Dubai deserts. So yeah, whenever they do release videos, it'll be great. I mean, at least the community will be excited that you guys are taking things seriously. Finally, he talks about the front fork, because this is a big issue. If you see, there are so many cases. This is not happening in any other scooter model, only in Ola Electric. Why is that? Right? So that's the question the community had, even I had. Now, what Bhavish says is that there are 218 failures only out of 2 lakh vehicles on the road, and 700 million kilometers driven. Out of this, 184 accident cases, 34 are non-accident rated. I see. So he says that 34 or 2 lakh is 0.15%, and 1 in 20 million kilometers. He is saying that it is insignificant. That's what this data means. So yeah, but for me this 2 lakh number seems questionable, because are they talking about just the vehicles delivered? That is definitely less than 2 lakh, or they're including the test vehicles, the demo vehicles, the vehicles in experience center. I don't know. So, but But okay, I mean, if these numbers, you have to take it at their face value. They're saying it, so yeah, okay. So they re-engineered the fork last August, and then they tested it for like 6 months, and December, January it was in production. So that's pretty fast for component to get into production. It's pretty cool. And then there's this CAD design drawing of the impact. The conventional fork is more. The current Ola fork is apparently having some issue here, and then the new fork has less impact. I don't know, guys. All this appears to appears to show that the new fork is great, but ultimately the real world will tell me. So let's see in the next 6 months if we have more cases with new scooters, then this also is not working. So we'll see. Okay, we've been facing concerted campaign by publishing images of the front fork broken. Okay, I would not say it's a campaign on this issue. This issue is a genuine issue. And it's important that the company had to know about this. So next criticism is that people expect a recall, but he says that the component failure rate is less than a certain percentage of in the Indian automotive standard. It cannot be a recall. So he's not recalling the scooters, he's offering an upgrade. So that's about it, guys. I love what Ola Electric is doing. As you can see, they're designing bikes, cars, lots to come. And what I love about this company is there's rapid innovation happening. There's huge emphasis on software, which most auto companies don't care about. And I like the connect with the community. So these are the 3 things I like about Ola Electric. What can they do to improve? They definitely should improve the communication with support, with service. I think it's not consistent. Some people get excellent service, some cities get excellent service, some villages, some towns and cities don't get good service. This consistency is a big issue. They need to improve that. And second, they should just be less paranoid about PR. I think they're all the time into PR, and they should be more open in terms of technology, have more podcasts, have the engineers come online, talk about the tech, the work they're doing. So just forget about PR. Your customers are your PR. So if you do a good job, your customers will be your PR. So I think you should just stop being paranoid about PR and just focus on the engineering and then the communication. And yeah, so for me, these are the 2 areas where they need to show improvement. And apart from that, fantastic, a lot of promise. I'm looking forward to their car too. And I'm looking at the way the software in the scooter is. I'm sure the software in the car will be fantastic with all sorts of cool features which I don't see in the cars right now in India. So if you saw my Tiago EV video, I was not happy with the software at all. These are my thoughts on the front fork upgrade and also Bhavish blog. So if you guys have any questions, do put them in the comment below, and please like it if you like this video. If you got some value from this video, please like the video, it helps the channel. Thanks guys, have a good day.